go.
Hello, and welcome back to the Encyclopedia of the Unknown, the paranormal deep dive series where we explore strange phenomena and one letter at a time. I'm Andy.
And I'm Nicole, and every week we are cracking open a new page and uncovering the mysteries, monsters, and myths hiding behind it. Settle in, turn down the lights, and let's explore the unknown.
Oh, yes. So, hello, and welcome to our first ever. Sorry, I just reading what Sober put. If the last show is anything to go by, it'll be anal.
I was waiting for Encyclopedia of the Anal Known in that background, but
it didn't do it.
Came out really well.
So impressed. It was very good and very first time. So the background image, they did it first time. I just added the logo onto it, so I was well impressed with that. So unfortunately, Gerald, we are not talking about ant people, not this time.
We are not. So
but
we are talking about two different topics that begin with the letter A.
Yes. So you are going to be talking about
apparitions, and you are talking about
alien abduction. There is probing involved, but I'm not going to AAA, so don't worry about it. So we are going to be sticking to around about the 60-minute mark. So 10-minute intro, 20 minutes for us both to talk about what we're talking about, and then the last 10 minutes will be, if there's any questions, we're going to leave it right until the end, just so we can concentrate on what we're talking about, because obviously we've not memorized it, so we're reading off screen.
We're winging it. Shocker.
We always wing it. No, we don't wing it anymore. Don't forget, we don't wing it anymore.
I'm sorry, guys. Did you hear that intro? That is structure.
Yes. Fresh today. So do you want to start? Shall I start? You decide. Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 4 cases to talk about. Some of them I've just seen. I've not read them. I've just got them ChatGPT, and I'm just looking at them as we speak. He
totally did all his own research.
I did. So I don't have
researching this for weeks.
But two of the cases I know quite a bit about anyway, so it's quite good. But one of them, it's not really an abduction case, but I'll still talk about it anyway and let you guys decide at the end what you think it might or might not be. So the first one, now I've never heard about this one. This is the Allagash abductions in Maine, 1976. So basically, there's 4 I've gone already. There was 4 art students, and they was out on a wilderness canoe trip. Now, this isn't going to help for when I start going kayaking again, is it? It's like I already put a dampener on it, but we'll see. And there's a glowing object slightly hovering above the lake. They all remember watching it, and then absolutely nothing. Years later, under hypnosis, each man separately described being taken aboard a craft with grey beings, cold clinical examinations, telepathic communication, and instruments placed inside their bodies. I'm stopping there. Ear, nose, eyelid. Yeah. We'll go with nose and tear ducts and all that. Keep it clean. And so what makes this case so disturbing is that their stories matched in perfect detail despite years of never ever discussing it. So from when it happened until they all went under hypnosis, no one spoke about this. There's no attention seeking, no publicity tour, just 4 men who wished it had never happened. And I have an image of what it was that they'd seen. Something similar to that.
Oh, like a grey, but with an even bigger weirder head.
Yeah, like a giant bulbous head, a twig neck,
Yeah.
and
Is
like some.
Ant-Man.
Well, looks like he's got like padded shoulders and elbows. He might have been like a skater boy.
Yeah. Kind
Did
of
you
looks
see
like a space suity kind of thing.
suit stroke, knight in shining armor, like what do you call it? Yeah, shining armor, that kind of style to it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that is apparently what they're seeing. I can go into a little bit more detail. Yeah, so the net they just had loads of missing time. They don't know how long, because obviously they're out on the lake. It's 1976. No mobile phones. Chances of them having a watch, possibly. Don't know. But this is what makes it extra bizarre. Their hypnosis accounts matched in disturbing detail. Physical marks appeared on their bodies, and one man recalls telepathic communication and a being showing him star maps. And it's often called the most credible multiple witness abduction case ever recorded.
Mm.
And that is all the details I've got on that. But it's just very, very odd.
It is, especially how they all said the same thing under hypnosis, because you can't really supposedly control what you're saying under hypnosis.
No. And like we was talking about the other night, you wasn't on, but on Monday, when you go for regression and that, your brain can create false memories.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's trauma, your mind or yourself trying to cover trauma, or just creating something that never happened, I suppose like dreaming. But there was none of that. It was each person told pretty much the same identical story. And this was years later. Now, if he was making it up, what the chances of you remembering that without writing it all down are going to be next to nothing. So for them to remember this exact detail, like point by point, all four of them,
Yeah.
and it be literally carbon copy of each one, and the fact that they all had marks appear on the body is very
Yeah,
odd.
that's weird. And they would have to talk about that in such detail
Yeah,
beforehand to have all of the same details.
yeah. And look how difficult it is to remember stuff that you actually did.
Mm-hmm.
So to remember something you're making up, chances are you're not going to remember that, are you?
Yeah, not for four people to get the same exact story told the same way every time.
Yeah. To say, even if it's 5 years later, you ain't going to remember that if it was made up. I certainly wouldn't. So, yes.
Makes sense.
So that's one of them. So do you want the next
Starting
one?
off strong. Yeah.
So you've got the choice of the Kelly Hopkinsville encounter, 1955 Kentucky, or the Antonio Villas Boas abduction, 1957 in Brazil.
Let's go with Kentucky.
Yeah, see, I like this one. So this is one where a family reports a UFO landing near their farmhouse, and then small humanoid creatures surrounded the house for hours. Now they was like shotguns was shooting at these, and when it was hitting them, they was just like knocking them like like you tap a helium balloon or just a balloon and it just moves slowly. It
Yeah,
was like
like
that was
floats.
happening. Yeah, there's like 3 to 4 feet tall, large glowing eyes, pointed ears, metallic sheen, and seemed unaffected by gunfire. But they'd like, when you get the fairground, you got the shooting range, and these things you shoot and they pop down and then they
Yeah, they
come
just
back
like.
up.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty much that. But the case predates modern grey descriptions. Some think it's aliens, other interdimensional beings, others something else entirely. Even the US Air Force investigated and admitted something unexplained occurred.
See, it's interesting when the Air Force and the military get involved and they don't
Mm-hmm.
tell you what happened, of course, but if they were involved, something happened.
Yeah, because it's like gunfire didn't stop him. It barely slowed him down. It just kind of like knocked him out of the way.
Almost as if like they weren't in Earth's gravity, really.
Yeah,
Like
because because they went to the police. They went to the police, or to the sheriff's office, and they was adamant there's something going on. I think it was the dad and one of the sons, the two of the sons, and then the sheriff eventually came back. They came back. There's nothing there, but they'd seen all the gunfire, all the shells and everything, and the bullets where they'd gone into the surrounding buildings and trees. So it's like, yeah, there's definitely something going on. The sheriff and the coppers went, and then apparently after that they came back and it was like literally tormenting them. And then it happened all over again.
See, you have to wonder what their motives are if it's something that's like tormenting these people. Like, is it trying to get the fear? Is it doing some kind of experiment? Like, what's the purpose?
Well, that's the thing. So was it aliens? Was it goblins of some sort?
Goblin starts with G.
Yeah, we'll do that one again. So I know we have spoke about it before. I think last time Earl Grey came on, he spoke about this because he'd been looking into it and he had the book and everything. And it's just one of the most, for me, it is one of the most fascinating ones because there's like 6 or 7 people in the family, and they all witnessed it. And there's like at the window, there's on the roof, there's running round the roof, they're shooting at them, and it's like literally they was dodging bullets. So if one hit them, it just and then back to where they was.
But you have to think like I think as Simon said, what do these people have to gain by lying about it? People are just going to think you're crazy. They're just going to think you're out of your mind.
Yeah. Yep. It is. It definitely is. So, yeah. So they're my first 2. So, this one, obviously, it's not really a abduction case, but it's aliens of some sort. It's alien, I should say. That was a bit quicker than I thought. Do you want me to do the one in Brazil?
Yeah.
Because apparently this is one of the earliest and most disturbing abduction cases on record. They all seem to be, it's like the haunted house, it's the most haunted place in the world. And
they're always the earliest. They're always the first.
And it's the most, it's always. So a farmer is taken aboard a craft, medically examined, and and then forced in, no. Well, we're going to step further than that.
Oh boy.
And then forced into sexual contact with a humanoid female entity.
At least it was humanoid.
Yeah, well, who knows? He later developed
symptoms. You did not read these beforehand, clearly.
No, obviously. He developed symptoms of radiation exposure. Doctors document burns and illness. This happened years before alien abduction narratives became mainstream, and it introduced a theme that still haunts the phenomena today. Hybridization? Is it?
Yeah.
Probably. Someone can tell me if I've said it correct. Probably not, but who cares? That's how you're getting it, and that's
hybridization.
There we go. It's going in the chat now. Yeah, Todd just said read before. Nicole, that's no fun. True story.
I'm going to start sending him crazy stories with just like weird stuff slipped in so he can read them on and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's across decades, cross countries, cross cultures, missing time, bedside visitors, telepathic control, medical procedures, different people, same nightmare. So the question isn't, are these people lying? The question is, Why do these stories keep lining up?
Yeah, because they all have really similar elements. Even people who don't speak the same language, who aren't from the same country.
Yeah. It's not the exact same thing that's going on, but it's very close. You could join the dots on it as to what's happening to one person one side of the world to what's happening to somebody else the other side of the world.
But you can attribute that to different people's like cultures and perspectives anyway.
Yes.
Because 10 people could see the same thing, the same physical thing, or have the same experience and describe it 10 different ways.
Yeah. But why? Because it's like no one's other than some might do it for attention, or they might do it because the board or whatever reason. I get that, but all these hundreds of thousands of people that this is happening to, what are you gaining from it?
Because
literally nothing.
things aren't. Yeah, you're not getting rich and famous off of your abduction stories. You're not getting any like social credit. You're not. I don't know. Like, I can't think of one thing besides attention, not even positive attention, that you're going to get from that.
Exactly. There's two that stick out to me and they're not even like rich and famous. Betty and Barney Hill and Travis Walton. None of them became rich from it. A lot of them was ridiculed. I was chatting to Simon earlier, and I think he said he met Travis Walton at a conference. But it's like, yeah, he goes around and he used to go do the circuit and talk about it, but they're not making anything from it. Yeah, they did the film Fire in the Sky, which is Travis Walton's story, but that was about it. Other than that, nothing. I don't think there's a film ever made about Betty and Barney Hill. If there was, I don't ever recall. I don't think I've seen it, even if I had.
I mean, there's probably hundreds of documentaries that feature that.
Yeah.
But it was all much, much later, I feel like. It was after they had already gotten ridiculed and criticized and all that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you think? What's your take on it?
I don't know. I kind of wonder why people get chosen for abductions. So is it that they're marked? Because some people have had these experiences since childhood. So are they part of some kind of experiment? Are they some kind of hybrids? And the aliens are kind of following them through their lives to follow up on, what they did? Is it random? Does it have to do with blood type? Does it have to do with just where you are?
I think it's a bit of everything. So I'm just thinking, because since I said I'm not doing paranormal stuff, I've had a couple of paranormal things go on. One happened last Saturday. We were coming back from a party. We'll talk about that on Friday. But it's like, see, when they say following you, for me, that means you're getting a haunting. You're getting direct contact with everything that's going on. But if you're just out and about doing, just going to work, going shopping, going for a walk, do you know what I mean? And you're seeing different aspects of the paranormal happening around you, then for me, that's not paranormal. That's just normal everyday life. It's just because we don't understand exactly what it is. It's classed as paranormal. It's not. It's normal. It's what happens. But obviously, a lot of people, it freaks them out. I'm not talking about the alien abduction now. I'm just sidestepping away from that for a minute. But because obviously the stuff that you're going to be talking about in a minute, all that kind of stuff, it just happens all the time everywhere.
And that's why I like the title we went with for this, Encyclopedia of the Unknown. It's not necessarily supernatural. It's not paranormal. It's just stuff we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And until the moment where I or whoever meets an alien and they explain to us exactly what they're doing, why they're choosing certain people. Like you said, is it bloodlines? Is it wrong place, wrong time? Is there something, not just a bloodline, but a genetic, I suppose, defect with that person? That's why they stand out more than anybody else. Until you get that deep, dark conversation with these beings, you're not going to know.
This is true.
You need that first-hand.
You don't want to know, though, Andy.
I don't want to know everything. Look, I'd like to find out for myself little bits, but I wouldn't. So the question of would I like to know everything? That still remains no. But if I was to find out through direct contact with whatever entity it is, whatever energy that I'm having the communication with, that's fine, because I'm just finding that bit, and because that is telling me what is what. They're not telling me everything, they're just telling me why they're doing it. That's it. Close the book.
Todd has a question. Are we doing questions since we're live today?
Go on, because we're just 20 minutes into it and I'm done, and that right. Should have done another 10 minutes.
Todd wants to know, Andy and Nicole, do you think Spielberg's new movie Disclosure Day is prepping us? Have you seen
Yeah, Todd sent me the trailer to it and I had a look at it earlier. I don't know, because you've got Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which is one of the greatest movies ever. And then you've got like Poltergeist, you got Halloween, you got The Conjuring, you've got all these different movies. I'm not saying it isn't, but then I don't know if it is.
You know what's a really good movie too, by the way? The Fourth Kind, about abduction.
Yes. Is that the ones with the kids or the teenagers?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's true, but they cut in like kind of found footage kind of things. I don't know if it's actual real footage.
But
it's
oh yeah, because they're using they've done it like Blair Witch, haven't they? Where they're using a video camera
with like the regressions and stuff.
Yeah. So do I think it's prepping us? No, I think it's showing us something as in hidden in plain sight, but I don't think they're prepping us for disclosure, because I honestly don't believe that is ever going to be a thing. I did see a video. Now, I couldn't work out if it was AI or not, but I did take a screenshot of it, and remember me saying when I saw that UFO on that trailer on us driving through Suffolk near Rendlesham. So I'm not going to load it up, I'm just going to show you. So that is roughly what it looked like, but obviously the crafts on the back of the low loader wasn't as wide. It was as tall, but not as wide. Now, looking at that could be AI, because
that's definitely AI.
Because then you've got all that, and it's like
100%
it says fake alien invasion coming soon, but that's supposed to be in Nevada, like near Area 51. They wouldn't have a mass line of them like that in plain sight. They'd be very covert about it and just wouldn't be showing it. So I don't know, but disclosure, don't think we're going to get it. I think it's just us as a community that's going to do disclosure. That's it. That's all I've got.
I watched Jaws, directed by Spielberg, and it prepared me to meet a big shark. Not met one yet. I am terrified and fascinated by sharks. I watch Shark Week every year, and
I've had one. I've had one encounter with a shark. I haven't. I was in Turkey and was in a place called Long Beach, and they had in the UK they don't usually have the lifeguards or anything. They just you fend for yourself over here. So if you go in tough, anything happens to you, you're on your own. And so I'm in the water, and I've got my youngest with me, and he's only about 18 months, between 18 months and 2 years. So we're playing these, like, I would say little fish, like little like basking sharks, like baby ones. So we're messing about near them, and the guy starts blowing a whistle. And obviously I'm not used to it. And then it just clicked. Oh, in the movies, they blow a whistle when there's a shark coming into the bay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, right, get him out quick. Because we was about 2-3 foot, but if it had walked another 4 foot into the sea, it'd have probably been about 6-7 foot deep. It did go down quite steep. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not taking any chances. If the lifeguard's blowing a whistle, I'm getting out of the water.
I don't even go that far in. I won't go past where you can see the bottom because I am so terrified of sharks. And I can't swim, so.
Oh, you'd be all right. Just hold on to the back of it like that. You'll be fine.
I did swim with a dolphin, but no sharks.
No, they got bigger teeth.
Mm-hmm. Although dolphins are pretty nefarious, I've heard.
I don't know. I'm not swam with either. And not planning on doing anytime soon, to be honest.
We got a little off topic. This is why we can't do this live, guys.
I know.
Because now we're talking about sharks, and they start with S. And
yes.
are not unknown. Although we could do M for Megalodon.
We could. Megalodon. I was asked to go and do a podcast and talk about sharks. I'm like, I'd love to come on, but I know nothing about sharks other
Whose
than
podcast? I can talk about sharks. I have watched every Shark Week documentary.
I'll send you the guy's details. Because my thing is, my knowledge of sharks, you got hammerhead, blacktail, a few others, great white. There used to be megalodons. There might still be megalodons. They live in the sea, and the mammals. The end. That's my knowledge of sharks.
I'm sorry, they're what, Andy?
Mammals.
Sharks are.
Yes, aren't they?
Oh. What is a mammal?
I thought shark was a mammal. Obviously, that's my knowledge of sharks. I'm guessing they're not. No, just fish.
They're a big fish.
I thought
I think they're a different category kind of than fish, but they're big.
They're like mammal fish.
Mammals are warm-blooded, and they give birth to live young.
But whales are mammals.
Milk.
Whales are mammals.
And they give birth to live young. They don't lay eggs.
There's 5 categories. Warm-blooded, give birth to live young, feed the young on milk, and they have a
most
spinal cord.
Females possessed mammary glands that produce milk to feed their young.
And they have a spine.
So exceptions exist.
Vertebrae.
Yes. Like egg-laying monotremes, platypus, and some mammals without hair, like whales.
Yes.
And hairless cats. They're still mammals.
So it's just a cat. Feline. Doesn't count. The end.
I need a gong. Bong.
Yes. There you go. Right, done. Shutting up now.
And that brought us 30 minutes, guys. Time for number 2.
Right, over to you.
Apparitions, if I don't knock my desk over. Apparitions. So ghosts, essentially. They're kind of the thing that most people think of when they think of a haunting. It is a misty, translucent being or form that appears. And yes.
Question.
I haven't even started.
Are ghosts mammals?
A ghost of a mammal. You can have a ghost of a mammal, but I don't think ghost can have live young or make milk.
Mermaid?
We don't really know how mermaids reproduce. Would they give birth to live young or would they lay eggs? Because they have fish parts.
Yeah, not convinced.
And they don't breathe air.
They do when they come out of water. Apparently. So do sharks. Anyway, carry on. Shutting up.
So, the oldest record of an apparition is from ancient Mesopotamia. Early texts show belief in spirits that needed appeasement through offerings to prevent misfortune. That was like 8,000 to 2,000 BC. In ancient Rome, Pliny the Younger recorded famous tales, including a spectral old man rattling chains. So that was in the 1st century AD, and that was kind of the first reference to that type of apparition. Medieval Europe, ghosts were often not human formed. They would take on different forms like burning hay and animals seeking help for unfinished business. So that's where that unfinished business of the ghost comes from. That's the medieval era. Fast forward to the 19th century and modern apparitions. Technology kind of helped us see more apparitions, whether real or fake. People would do things like spirit photography, where they would take the picture and do a double exposure so that a ghostly apparition would be standing over the subject's shoulder. They would do these kind of all this kind of trickery where they would have a seance and somebody would come out kind of dressed as a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Scare people.
With the ectoplasm? Yeah. And there was one in the UK, I think it was the late 1800s, and they'd make it like it's coming out of his mouth, and there'd be photographs of people stuck to it. And that was supposed to be the spirit of each thing. I remember watching a documentary. It's like, even back then, how could you fall for that unless you was that desperate or deluded?
I don't know, because I think it was new when people really didn't understand how photography worked and things like that.
Yeah.
But they fell for it, and it was kind of in the rise of spiritualism. And then you have all the apparitions on places like the battlefields. Gettysburg is
nothing there.
Huge for fake. Apparitions.
Gettysburg's fake.
Gettysburg doesn't exist, apparently. It's a myth. It's a mass believed lie. It's just a blank space on the map.
Like and Australia.
Yes.
No, don't know what you're talking about.
So there's the different types of apparitions. There is residual, which is thought to be where there is a really serious imprint of emotion or trauma that leaves kind of energy just playing over and over again, like Gettysburg, doing the same thing. You can see them mid-battle, or if somebody died a horrible death, that might replay. There is the intelligent apparitions, like we see in the story Christmas Carol, where the apparition appears to Scrooge and shows him what his life is going to be like, Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Present, and all that. And some consider shadow figures to be apparitions, and some consider them to kind of be their own species, so to speak, but some consider them human apparitions.
Mammals.
They're mammals.
Yeah, there you go.
One of these super, super common tropes with apparitions is the Gray Lady. So I sent you a couple of
There you go. Do you know what? that is one of the very first photographs of a supposed ghost that I seen. It was in Unexplained magazine, and I was probably about 5 when I seen it. So, hence my fascination with it all.
It's one of the first ones that I've seen too, because that was on Ghost Study. When that used to be a website, yeah. Did you ever go on there?
No, I've heard of it, but it doesn't exist anymore, does it?
No, but you can look at it through the Wayback Machine. They had these monthly galleries of supposed ghost photos, and a shit ton of them were just orbs flying everywhere, like orbs in a graveyard on a snowy night. But some of them were actually pretty legit.
So
I saw that on there, and that is the Grey Lady of Raynham Hall.
Yes. That's in the UK, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
And they also have the Grey Lady at Leap Castle. That is a really famous one.
Yeah.
And one at Hampton Court. A lot in castles and old manors. They're associated a lot with grief, betrayal, loss. So a lot of women whose husbands passed away or who went through some kind of trauma and are still just hanging around.
Yeah, just waiting, see what's going to happen next, sort of thing. Strange.
It was.
Do you want to do? Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was reading Simon's. It was one of. It was in one of the 2 books on ghosts that they had in his school.
Yeah, Raynham Hall is in Norfolk, so not too far from Ogg.
Yeah. The Grey Lady of Bosworth Hall is another famous ghost.
Didn't see that one either. It doesn't exist.
Anna Dixie, the daughter of the Dixie family who owned the hall, was accidentally killed by her father.
No, there was some of the rooms we went in at Bosworth were a little bit energy felt different, but you couldn't say it was because of this or because of that. It was just, it might have been the way it was decked out. The age of the place. It could have been anything, but I didn't have any encounters whatsoever. But Todd's REM pod was just like he just plugged it in and that was it.
So the apparition, the classic, image of a ghost, you would think it's much more common, but it's really actually uncommon for paranormal investigators. I do this, how often, and I've only seen really one full body apparition, if you want to call it that, when we were at the Shanley. And I know I've told you this, but if anybody hasn't heard the story, I'll say it quickly. So we were investigating at one of the meetups, Casper meetups, and we were going to go check out Claire's room at the end of the hallway on the 3rd floor. So Susan goes out, I follow her, and I think Lisa follows me. And we all go in there, and we're standing in there doing a little session. We were in there like 5-10 minutes. We were in there a good amount of time. And the whole time, Lisa was standing next to me. I could see her, out of my peripheral vision, the blood hair, the black jacket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit, we better get going downstairs to meet the group. I turn, and there's no Lisa. She was never there. She went downstairs when we went in the other room. So that was my crazy apparition experience. Because that was so solid that I thought she was standing there.
Can you hear feedback from me? Every time I say something, I make a noise. It's like a growling sound in the background. No? No, stop doing it now. Strange.
Very.
Who knows? Simon just put, I can hear a Bigfoot. Yeah, people in the chat can hear it. It wasn't doing it all the time, but every so often.
Huh.
Yeah. It's fine now. Oh, if it's my microphone or what, don't know.
is a ghost.
It is. It's that full body apparition. But it's like you said. I've seen full body apparitions, but technically they've not been full body. So I've seen one that looked like this one. So you had the head. You could clearly see his head, shoulders, taper down to the arms, coming down to the feet, and then it rounds off at the bottom. It was pretty much looked like that. Like it had a robe or like a monk's habit. And it was under a bridge on a place called E.O.T.U Park in Bolton. And it'd been stolen. There's me, my cousin, and this like cow that we knew. And was underneath because it was freezing. I was waiting for everyone else to turn up. And I just looked across the water and could see it. But it's like, obviously, I didn't see the feet. I didn't see a face. It was translucent. And it's like an off-white, opaque kind of colour. And I just ran from underneath up round and right up to the road before them two had got from under the bridge. I was not hanging about. And then I had it where I used to live. Someone in a white t-shirt and denim jeans. Just could but only seen the back of him. I didn't see the head. So I just seen parts of him. So other than that woman that crossed the road near work, where that old water tower has been converted into a house, that is really the only one that I can say was a full body apparition, but I didn't see a face. Most of them I don't see the face.
Yeah, that's weird.
So is it full body if there's no facial features? Or
well,
you don't?
Mean, if it has the body, it's just not fully featured.
Yeah, they're looking away. They're never looking. Other than bench guy. I said it. Other than bench guy, and then even in the video, of the stills of the video, you can't see his face because it's covered with that orb, whatever it is. So
I sent you one more picture.
Okay, 1 second. Let me get loaded up.
This is one that I didn't see, but I think Todd posed the question earlier. Is it considered an apparition if you capture it on film and don't see it with your eye? I don't know. I would consider it an apparition if you caught a clear image.
See, I'm not. But then it could. I'm not saying these are, but they could be reflections. It could be somebody walking past. It's not you've stood there and you've not gone and stood there and gone. You've seen something materialize, seen full body form, and then it vanish again. So do you want me to put this image up?
Yeah. So this is one that I actually captured on film. I wasn't taking a picture of anything. I was just taking a picture of the front porch, and that is what showed up when I looked at the picture.
It looks like one or two things. It looks like Granny, like with a knitted bonnet on, like looks like she's going to be sat in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
But then, because it's what looks like she's wearing glasses. But then, is it an old guy and he's got a tin hat on, like from the war? Because it's got that metal helmet kind of look to it as well.
Yeah.
See, you know what I mean?
Kind of see. I can see two different things. I can see kind of an old woman like sitting there, and then I see a man like hunched over, like his shoulders and little hunchbacky.
Yeah.
Kind of like leaned over the table, like watch.
But then there's something behind, so where you can see the head and what looks like whatever they're wearing on the head. Behind that, there's like the back of a big, like the old high chairs, the Victorian Edwardian chairs.
Yeah.
So like, obviously, so this chair doesn't come up, but the chair would be like, you can see it like going around like that. Can't do it all the pictures up. That's what I can see. Like round it. So do you know like the chairs that you sit in and it got the high backs, that's it.
Yes.
You go right up. Yeah. And then obviously you got the bigger, and you can hide inside the chair.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, kind of. I can see that.
But the more I look at it, the more I can just see the old lady
But
with the
the face
glasses
to me is
and the
very
shawl.
defined.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel, I mean, maybe it is, but I don't feel like it's pareidolia because I feel like I could show you that and not be like, hey, look here, do you see those eyes? Like, it has a definition to where the face
Yeah.
is.
Well, I've just explained to you without you even telling me anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But you can also see, I know it is a little bit pixelated, but you can see the colours in the pixels.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's completely, so where you got the wooden blinds and then whatever backdrop that is behind it, is that like a wooden partition to block
That
the
is
lower part?
that is a window, but the window is, you see that brown thing in the middle, the window is like boarded up.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I mean. So you can't see into the bottom bit of the window.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like, it does look like she's sat outside and not inside. But then at the same time, it looks like she's sat. Do you know them magic eye pictures where you look at them and then you see the image and then they go back? It kind of looks like that. But if
But
you
if you
look at
look
where,
really closely, you can see the white of the whatever it is. It's
yeah,
in front of that metal chair and in front of the window frame.
yeah, I was just going to say, so where the metal chair is to the right, she's
Mm-hmm.
behind it. She doesn't come out in front of it. Or does she? I can't see it
I
in
think
front.
it does. I can see, like, if you follow the edge of the whatever down, it
That
looks like it goes in front of it. It definitely goes in front of the window frame.
Well, that's what I was trying to do, but I can't see it go in front of that blue metal chair, whatever it is. And it's definitely not in front of the table.
Definitely not in front of the table, no.
But then you can see where the table top ends and the legs start. You can see, like, between where the chair comes down. So where the blue chair comes down, the metal table, and the back leg where whatever it is sat there, you can see something in the gap between the chair and the rear left-hand leg.
Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely a weird one. It's one of the weirdest ones that I've taken that I can't explain.
So did you see that at the time?
No, I was just taking pictures. We were leaving this location, snapped a
In the
picture of the
random.
porch and, a couple of pictures of the outside of the place, and that showed up. And this was back digital camera era. I wasn't taking it on my phone.
Right.
So I had to wait until I uploaded those photos to actually look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you
remember
can...
that was a thing? Yeah. You had to upload your photos.
I know. It took forever. Yeah.
And you didn't know if most of them were good until you looked at them because they were on a teeny tiny little 1x1 screen.
Yes. And then you try and make it bigger and it just looks like Lego.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's got a little bit bad.
Were good ones because the iPhones now and the Samsungs and stuff, they use AI to kind of generate what it thinks the picture should be to make your picture clearer.
Apple does the same.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why because I've been chatting to Simon this week about getting a DSLR, just getting a proper camera that doesn't use AI, and then take photos that way and just see the comparison.
You don't even need an expensive one. Just get a crappy digital camera. They have $30 on Amazon.
No, I need a little bit better one than that.
Well, even those ones aren't, like they used to be. But for taking a ton of pictures of a haunted location to see what comes up.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. So do you want to do the next picture that you uploaded? Do you want to talk about that one? Still got 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So this is another gray lady. I believe this one was at a castle, and it's a little bit pixelated. But this was security footage, and the doors there opened.
Yeah.
Or it's a passageway, and that is what came out.
But she looks like she's wearing like early Victorian clothing, grey, like a dress, and that comes out from the waist down. She's got dark hair, long dark hair. Yeah, long sleeves, long dark hair. Can't tell, is she carrying a bag or is that the wall behind her? I don't know. That's hard to see.
Well, it's hard because it's especially on here, it's very pixelated compared to like the phone.
Yeah, it kind of blends in, doesn't it?
It does. But who is walking around a castle dressed like that? Besides like a reenactor or somebody.
Yeah, and normally they'll have not just one person, there'll be a group of people because Darren, Baby with a Laser, his brother does that at Tatton Hall. They do like obvious seasonal and different events where they dress up and what have you. Sorry for sharing that, but I needed to explain it a little bit better. But that, yeah, and I know other people that do. I know people that go and do the reenactments. One of my cousins used to do it, where they reenact like the battlefields and like Civil War and Oliver Cromwell and all that kind of stuff. But you're not just going to get one person doing it.
Yeah,
you're going to get 10, at least 10 plus. I'd say,
or leading a group.
Yeah.
You're not like just normally dressed people behind them.
Yeah. Darren's just said show the pictures. So he sent me one the other day. I tell you, I can't repeat the full conversation that we had. So this is Darren's brother and his missus. Yeah.
Aww.
So that's part of the job. So he's dressed up as Charles Dickens. So obviously this is obviously the winter theme. Yeah. So you can so that's what they do. They do different themes and this, that, and the other. And but that's what I mean. You wouldn't just have one. So there's them two there, but going to be a group of other people doing the same
stuff. And this was like CCTV, like security camera footage that was uploaded by the place. So they would know if it was one of their employees.
Exactly.
If it was somebody who was supposed to be there dressed like that.
Yeah. Yep.
And if it's somebody who goes to that place, who visits, who tours, I feel like it would be pretty easy to debunk, like, oh, that person has the same kind of costume as
yeah, and they go, that's Angela. She does the 1800s era. Do you know what I mean? They'd know.
That's her name now, living or dead. Yeah. Her name is Angela.
First name that comes to. Well, we're doing
Angela.
We're doing letter A. It's a bit like Sesame Street today, isn't it?
We're touring the castle, and the windows are opening by themselves. Oh, that's just Angela.
Yeah, I've got an Elmo, so we could do Sesame Street. Little Lego Elmo key.
Brought to you today by the letter A.
A.
What else is A for?
I got there before anyone else said anything else. But can I? I'm going to go off topic because we have got a few minutes left. But remember me saying about this? What I believe was a Palladian, like Nordic female
alien. Yes, not off topic. Alien.
Oh yeah, I suppose so. I've managed to create an AI image, and this is the nearest thing of what she looked like. Bearing in mind, she's about 6.5 foot tall. Can't remember exactly what she was wearing, but the hair, the features are pretty much bang on. So that is what she looked like.
Ooh, she's spooky.
So it's like the big blue eyes, the short white. It's not even blonde. It's like pure white hair. The skin was a lot paler than that, but it was like there's no blemishes on the skin whatsoever, like flawless. And that's why she stood out more than anybody else in the whole shopping centre.
Yeah, That definitely, like, her eyes are very piercing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is just, yeah, it gives me shivers a little bit now thinking about it, because then he was like literally gone.
Yeah. 'Cause that's, I don't know, that is like piercing blue
Yeah.
into your
But
soul.
we never made, or knowingly made, eye contact. So like I said, I was with my group of people and we was discussing what we was going to get to eat, rather than us all going in and taking forever to order food. It was like one person was going to go in and just take the list in.
Yeah.
And then they were stood like around the other side talking to the two bearded guys. And then I turned to say, yeah, I'll have that, turned back, and there was none of it. That group had completely gone. And where we were stood, we would have been able to see them in whatever direction they were walking. Nothing. So maybe, maybe they was abducted.
Maybe, or maybe they were an apparition. It could have been either. Way to bring it back to the topics.
So what if aliens, or what if UFOs then? I know it's not going to be the case, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. Like, you see them, and on certain people see them, then they vanish. What if these UFOs are ghost ships?
They could
That's
be.
why you don't see them, and that's why they move in irregular physics to
Well,
what they should move.
that's not really out of the question, because most of the stars, or a lot of the stars that we see, are ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the
Yes.
time their light gets to us and we can see them, they're already dead.
Yes.
So we're seeing
I was
them
actually reading that today.
however many years in the future.
Yeah. 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 Sorry, I've got to put this comment up. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment for a chance to win Xmas dinner at Og's house. All the trimmings, drinks a lot. First 25 only. Not kidding. Can't wait. It's going to be nice. Yeah, but what? Sorry, that just made me laugh. But what if what we're looking at is, like you said, because the time it takes to light travel from where it's going on, where it's happening to us, takes however many years to get here, like hundreds of thousands of years, millions even, that what we're seeing is a glimpse of what used to be and not what is actually there now.
Could be. That is a way to explain ghosts.
Like the flickering, the glitching.
Especially residual stuff, or even aliens. Like, they could have been here in a different dimension or something that's far away, but not really.
It is one then. So someone put in the chat before, why do we not see ghost dinosaurs? Right? So a lot of these UFOs, like alien spacecraft, some of them supposedly are organic. They're actual living entities. What if that UFO is what was a dinosaur, and the bones that remain, because they're just piecing these bones together, they don't actually know what fits. So when they put them all together, they don't know if they're fitting the right bones to the right parts. And also, even if they are, you don't know what it's going to look like on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there's a picture that come up on something the other week. It's like X-ray of a beaver and then a skeleton of a dinosaur. And obviously, the beaver's tail's like foot wide, but the bone in it is like a dog's tail.
Yeah.
So you don't know how much flesh or tissue there is around each bone. So,
well, it's really a guess. We thought that some dinosaurs looked completely wrong, and there's the theory that the little T-Rex arms are really wings, and we just put them on backwards.
Like an
ostrich.
Pterodactyl. Yeah.
Not like a pterodactyl, they couldn't fly, but like an ostrich, like a big flightless bird. Because they have very similar, like if you just flipped it over this way.
Because they reckon that they had feathers as well. So, But anyway, that's for another time. We'll do that on
for a dinosaur.
D for dinosaur.
Well, thank you guys for watching today. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you follow, like, and share. Leave us a comment. Send us your stories, theories, evidence, and they might make it into a future episode.
Yes. So this is the only one that's going out live. As of, so I just pressed the button. As of January, because this is our last Wednesday before our next one is going to be on the 7th of January. Our next Encyclopedia of the Unknown. We're going out as a premiere, pre-recorded. So, yes. So we're going to do them, as Nicole just said. Yeah, we're just going to put them out 45 minutes each, because we're not going to have to be looking in the chat and talking to you guys. No offense to anybody.
Unless we keep yapping, and then we'll be an hour, but you know how that goes.
No, well, we should be all right. It was odd why don't we see apparitions of dinosaurs? So that is it on this one. Join us on Friday, where it'll be just myself, Nicole, hopefully Gwendolyn Purcell, and one of our new part-time co-hosts. So there are 2 people that are going to be joining us on a Friday.
Andy's trying to replace me again.
No. So it might be, they might both be on at the same time. They might not have either of them on. It might just be one of them. But it's going to be a mix. Abby's not on this week because she's with her family.
Because she's in a timeout after last Friday.
Yes. We've had to suspend her for a while. No, it's all good. So me and Nicole will be back on Friday with Gwendolyn and one of our guests, but I will let you know who both of them are. Both of them might actually, I spoke to them and they both might be able to get on Friday. So that'll be good. Yes. So just sorting it out. And then I'll be back with Abby on the 22nd. Straight after that, I don't know if you're supposed to say anything to anyone, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to be on South Coast Ghost with Paul. Is it South Coast Ghost with Paul Howard and Angela Harris for their Christmas special? So I'm doing that next Monday, straight after UFO Files. Then the following Monday on the 29th, myself and Abby will be back on. And then the Friday after that, on the 2nd of January, is our Paranormal Pizza. And then from the 2nd, back to normal, and then you'll get the full Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That is it. I ain't got anything else.
Okay, until next time, keep searching, keep questioning, and keep exploring the unknown.
Yes. Oh, and if there's any particular subject you'd like us to talk about, then let us know. What are we going to tell them what we're talking about on B?
Yeah. So B is for Bermuda Triangle. And
I'm doing...
You didn't pick a topic.
Bigfoot.
Okay.
There's 2. I chose Bigfoot, didn't I? So, yeah. Because then it kind of relates back to UFOs. So I'm kind of sticking in my genre. So, yeah, that's it. We will see you on Friday, 8:30. Us 2, Gwendolyn, and surprise co-host. And then back Monday, and we'll just keep you updated as we go. So have a wonderful 2 days, and we'll see you then. So, ta-ra for now. Bye-bye. Oh, if you...
Goodbye.